Do Christians still have to keep the Sabbath holy? Many Christians believe that the Sabbath was only for the Jews, or that it was abolished after Jesus' resurrection. But here's the real question. Does the Bible actually say that? If the Sabbath was abolished, where is the verse? Or is the world following man-made tradition instead of God's command? Stay with us as we challenge skeptics to disprove these biblical facts. For centuries, Christians have debated whether the Sabbath is still required. Some argue we are under grace, not the law. Others believe that the Sabbath remains a commandment from God. But what does the Bible actually say? Did Jesus abolish or confirm the Sabbath? And is it still binding on Christians today? Today we'll break down the biblical and historical facts and challenge skeptics to find a verse proving that God abolished the Sabbath. Fact number 1. The Sabbath was established at creation, before there were Jews. Genesis 2:2-3. And on the seventh day God ended his work which he had made, and he rested on the seventh day, and sanctified it. The Sabbath was instituted at creation, before Israel even existed. If the Sabbath was only for the Jews, why did God establish it for all humanity at creation? Fact number 2. The Ten Commandments call the Sabbath holy forever. Exodus 28:11. Remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy. The seventh day is the Sabbath of the Lord thy God. Isaiah 66:22-23. From one Sabbath to another shall all flesh come to worship before me, saith the Lord. If the Sabbath is to be observed even in the new heavens and earth, why would it have been abolished? Fact number 3. Jesus and the apostles kept the Sabbath. Luke 4:16. And as his custom was, he went into the synagogue on the Sabbath day. Acts 13:42-44. The Gentiles begged Paul to preach to them again on the Sabbath. If the Sabbath was abolished, why do we see Jesus and the apostles still observing it? Fact number 4. Jesus declared that the Sabbath was made for all mankind. Mark 2:27-28. The Sabbath was made for man, and not man for the Sabbath. Jesus did not say the Sabbath was only for Jews. He said it was made for all mankind. If the Sabbath was never meant for Gentiles, why does Jesus say otherwise? Fact number 5. The Sabbath was changed by man, not by God. The first official Sunday law came from Emperor Constantine in AD 321. On the venerable day of the sun, let the magistrates and people residing in the cities rest. Catholic Church admissions. You may read the Bible from Genesis to Revelation, and you will not find a single line authorizing the sanctification of Sunday. Cardinal James Gibbons. Sunday is our mark of authority. The Church is above the Bible, and this transference of Sabbath observance is proof of that authority. The Catholic Record, September 1, 1923. If God never changed the Sabbath, why do most Christians worship on Sunday? Challenge to skeptics. If Christians are not required to keep the Sabbath, then show us the Bible verse where God abolishes it. If no such verse exists, then the truth is clear. The Sabbath remains God's holy day. Call to action. The Bible, history, and even church leaders confirm that God never abolished the Sabbath. The seventh-day Sabbath remains God's appointed day of rest. Now that you know the truth, what will you do? Will you follow God's word or human tradition? If this video challenged you, hit like, share, and subscribe for more powerful biblical insights. Drop a comment. Do you believe Christians must keep the Sabbath? Let's discuss.